Hey folks, wanted to make a quick video on my experience at the Mecum Car Auction in Kansas City, Kansas. So we got there at around 10 o'clock in the morning and left at 6 o'clock in the evening. And we bought 2 days worth of tickets, but there was roughly 800 cars there, and we realized really quick that we only needed to be there a day. We weren't buying any cars, and after we kind of got done looking through most of the cars, which took us most of the day, we kind of hung around and just watched cars go for sale in the auction, which was a lot of fun, just kind of kicking back. So the general consensus is that if there's 1,000 cars at a Mecum auction, if you get there in the morning, I think you should only have to spend a day there. So before you go buy, 2 or 3 days worth of tickets, just look at how many cars there are. Every 1,000 cars, spend another day. One thing I'll tell you is that the food was really expensive. There was $10 burgers, $9 beers, $6 coffee, so that wasn't cheap. So kind of plan on spending some money while you're there. So I guess when you think of a Mecum Car Auction or anything, you think of, cars going for 6 figures, really high-end cars, really rare. But, I beg to differ. When we were here, we seen vehicles go from $2,000 all the way up past 6 figures. And there's so many unique cars, trucks, motorcycles, you name it there. And a lot of those vehicles are even in my price range, and I'm kind of a cheapskate. It was really cool to see. There was 90 Chevys going for sale all the way up to, Cobra Mustangs and you name it. So most of the pictures and video in here are my favorite cars, and not necessarily everybody else's. So this is what I thought was cool, stuff that I wanted, and through the video you'll see some walk-arounds and some pretty cool pictures. So this is one of my favorite cars here, and I don't know why. It's a luxury car. It's really not up my alley, but it's a Buick. And what really intrigued me with this car was, and you'll see here toward the end of this video, you'll see in the pictures of a mechanical brake. This doesn't have hydraulic brakes, it's all mechanical. And what is wild to me with the front brakes is there's a cable with a lever that runs to it with almost like a universal joint. And as the tire turns, it can still pull the brakes. I have never seen anything like it. And I was just really impressed by the ingenuity of whoever at Buick designed this. So if anybody wants to whip out their checkbook and buy me one, I greatly appreciate it.
Have to take the cobalt.
And the 12-volt conversion system. Converted to 12-volt. I'm going to be
So if you can see where we're sitting in these kind of bleachers. I know it's kind of hard to see with my camera angle, but you can actually bid from up here if you want to, but this is kind of for more or less people just watching. But down below, there's actually tables for bidders. So if you're pretty serious on bidding on a car or something, you can, I don't know if you pay extra, but you can, if you register to bid, you can actually sit down there below and bid. And there's tables in front of you, and the seating was kind of slim, but it seemed like we always found a spot to sit. So my second favorite car here is this Chrysler Newport, and you're probably like, a 4-door really? But supposedly this is a factory 4-speed carved at 383, and it was ordered for, I guess, a fire chief in Pampa, Texas. I don't know, pretty unique car. So this next truck is probably my favorite truck here. Unfortunately, this Ford had the 360 in it, and if anybody has ever had a Ford with a 360, you know just how gutless they are. But other than that, beautiful truck.
It'd be cooler if it was a diesel.
Yeah. Oh, they got the radiator slammed back here. You'll see some funny things like this 2024 Lexus that some famous golfer was arrested in. Here it is for sale at the auction. So I guess whatever floats your boat, if you want to own a car that some famous golfer got a DUI in, Mecum's your place.
65, 65. All right, 65. All right, 65.
So this part of the auction right here was a 40 Ford Super Deluxe convertible. I think it ended up going for $65,000. Mine's a 41, but I mean this was a nut and bolt restoration, but pretty crazy to see the price on that car. Well, it pretty much wraps her up for this video. I know it's not a lot of information, and do not judge the auction by the little bit of pictures and video that I did take, because out of the 10, 15 that's in here, there's another 700 other vehicles, and I was too excited to really record. But if you've never been to an auction like this, it's definitely worth going, even if you're not buying anything, because this isn't your normal car. This is not like a car show in your town. It's the same cars every time. This right here is stuff that's being sold that may have never been sold or you've never seen before. These are guys' collections. It's definitely worth going. I had an awesome time there. I'll definitely do it again, because I know next time I go, if they have it in Kansas City, there'll be a whole different set of cars. So appreciate you guys watching, and if you have any questions, drop in the comments and I can try to answer them. Thanks.